Good afternoon. The last time I made my video or my vlog is all about the tips on how to pass the entrance examination in NAPOLCOM. So from now on or from today or from this afternoon, I will be going to have a short quiz which talks about the Philippine Constitution under the general information category. So I have prepared 40 items test, multiple choice. So habang binabasa ko po yung question, I hope you guys get a piece of paper, either 1/4, 1 whole, or 1/2 crosswise or lengthwise, for you to jot down your answers. So hope you guys will bear with me up to the end of this short quiz. So Philippine Constitution. So yung items, it tackles about the Constitution of the Philippines. Kasi nasa general information tayo, which means it talks about the general information of the Philippines. So we have letter A, which is Philippine Constitution. So question number 1. Who shall have the control of all the secretaries? A. Prime Minister. B. None of the above. C. President. D. Speaker. Again, who shall have the control of all the secretaries? A. Prime Minister. B. None of the above. C. President. D. Speaker. So, sino nga po ba yung may control ng lahat ng mga secretaries of different agencies in the Philippines? So, is it the Prime Minister? Is it none of the above, which is letter B? Or is it letter C, which is the President? D, or which is the Speaker? So, second question. The principle of human rights, which explains that right of every Filipino cannot be taken away, mortgaged or surrendered, is called blank principle. A. Inalienable. B. Indivisible. C. Universal. D. Interdependence. So again, the principle of human rights, which explains that rights of every Filipino cannot be taken away, mortgaged, or surrendered, is called blank principle. A. Inalienable. B. Indivisible. C. Universal. D. Interdependence. So the question, it talks about yung human rights, which it explain na nagpapaliwanag na ang karapatan ng bawat Filipino ay hindi makukuha ninyo man, hindi maaaring ipagpalit mo or surrender, is called blank principle. Ano daw klase ng prinsipyo ito? So, yung choices we have, letter A, inalienable. B, indivisible. C, universal. D, interdependence. So, third question. A basic social institution that our states should strengthen according to the Constitution under our Declaration of Principles. A. Barangay. B. Family. C. Purok. D. None of the above. Again, a basic social institution that our state should strengthen according to the Constitution under our Declaration of Principles. So, yung tanong is, pakitandaan nyo lang, a basic social institution. What is a basic social institution? Mayroon na po kaagad kayong clue. So, yung choices po, barangay, family, purok, or none of the above. Question number 4. The Philippines is a blank state. Sovereignty resides in the people and all government authority emanates from them. A. Democratic Republican. B. Democratic Independent. C. Free Independent. D. Presidential Independent. Again, the Philippines is a blank state. Sovereignty resides in the people and all government authority emanates from them. A. Democratic Republican. B. Democratic Independent. C. Free Independent. D. Presidential Independent. So, kung mapapansin nyo, nasa second question or nasa second statement from the question that sovereignty resides in the people and all government authority emanates from them. Pag sinabi natin sovereignty resides in the people, it talks about freedom. Then, fifth question, It is the electoral process by which an initiative on the Constitution is either approved or rejected by the people. A. Petition. B. Plebiscite. C. Referendum. D. Initiative. It is the electoral process by which an initiative on the Constitution is either approved or rejected by the people. So what it is A. Petition. B. Plebiscite. C. Referendum. D. Initiative. So question number 6. The state under present Constitution recognizes the vital role of the youth in nation building and shall blank. A. All of the above. B. Social well-being. C. Promote their physical well-being. D. Intellectual well-being. The state under our present Constitution recognizes that the vital role of the youth in the nation building and shall blank. A. All of the above. B. Social well-being. C. Promote their physical well-being. D. Intellectual well-being. Number 7. The objectives of the agrarian reform program of the government is to A. Accelerate the agricultural development of the country. B. Prevent widespread discontent and unrest among our farmers. C. Achieve dignified existence for the small farmers. D. All of the above. Again, number 7. The objectives of the agrarian reform program of the government is to A. Accelerate the agricultural development of the country. B. Prevent widespread discontent and unrest among our farmers. C. Achieve dignified existence for the small farmers. D. All of the above. Number 8. All of the following rights are guaranteed to an individual by the Constitution except the right to blank. A. Have access to official records and documents. B. Form unions and associations for purposes not contrary to the law. C. Obtain scholarship grants and subsidies. D. Assemble and petition the government for redress of grievances. Again, question number 8. All of the following rights are guaranteed to an individual by the Constitution except the right to blank. A. Have access to the official records and documents. B. Form unions and associations for purposes not contrary to the law. C. Obtain scholarship grants and subsidies. D. Assemble and petition the government for the redress of grievances. Question number 9. The Senate shall be composed of how many senators elected at a large by voters of the Philippines? A. 24, B. 22, C. 20, D. 25. The Senate shall be composed of how many senators elected at large by voters of the Philippines? A. 24, B. 22, C. 20, and letter D. 25. Question number 10. It is the power of the state to promote public welfare by restraining the use of both liberty and property of all people. A. Power of taxation. B. Police power. C. Power of eminent domain. D. Power to impeach. Again, question number 10. It is the power of the state to promote public welfare by restraining the use of both liberty and property of all people. A. Power of taxation. B. Police power. C. Power of eminent domain. D. Power to impeach. Question number 11. The territorial and political subdivisions of the Philippines are the blank. A. All of the above. B. Municipalities and various. C. Provinces. D. Cities. Again, the territorial and political subdivisions of the Philippines are the blank. A. All of the above. B. Municipalities and various. C. Provinces. D. Cities. Question number 12. What part of the Constitution that recites the general principle of our government? A. Preamble. B. Effectivity clause. C. Right of suffrage. D. National territory. What part of the Constitution that recites the general principles of the government? A. Preamble. B. Effectivity clause. C. Right of suffrage. D. National territory. Question number 13. What is the term of office of the members of the House of Representatives? A. 8 years. B. 3 years. C. 10 years. D. 5 years. Again, what is the term of office of the members of the House of Representatives? A. 8 years. B. 3 years. C. 10 years. And D. 5 years. Question number 14. Under the 1987 Constitution, the term of the President is blank. A. 4 years. B. 6 years. C. 8 years. D. 10 years. Again, question number 14. Under the 1987 Constitution, the term of the President is blank. A. 4 years. B. 6 years. C. 8 years. D. 10 years. The 1987 Constitution contains at least 3 sets of provisions. Which one of the following provisions is not included? A. Constitution of Government. B. Constitution of Liberty. C. Constitution of Sovereignty. D. Constitution of Universality. Again, question number 15. The 1987 Constitution contains at least 3 sets of provisions. Which of the following provisions is not included? A. Constitution of Government. B. Constitution of Liberty. C. Constitution of Sovereignty. And letter D. Constitution of Universality. Question number 16. The Commission on Human Rights has all the following powers and functions except blank. A. Recommend measures to promote human rights. B. Prosecute human rights offenders. C. Investigate all forms of human rights violations. D. Exercise visitorial powers over jails and prisons. Again, question number 16. The Commission on Human Rights, or CHR, has the following powers and functions except blank. A. Recommend measures to promote human rights. B. Prosecute human rights offenders. C. Investigate all forms of human rights violations. D. Exercise visitorial powers over jails and prisons. Question number 17. The Supreme Court shall be composed of a Chief Justice and a blank. A. 14 Associate Justices. B. 5 Associate Justices. C. 15 Associate Justices. D. 10 Associate Justices. Again, the Supreme Court shall be composed of a Chief Justice and a blank. A. 14 Associate Justices. B. 5 Associate Justices. C. 15 Associate Justices. And D. 10 Associate Justices. Question number 18. The constitutional principle is meant that no one in the country, not even in the government, is above or beyond the law. A. Republican law. B. Bill of Rights. C. Rule of law. D. Rule of majority. Again, question number 18. The constitutional principle is meant that no one in the country, not even in the government, is above or beyond the law. A. Republican law. B. Bill of Rights. C. Rule of law. D. Rule of majority. Question number 19. Who shall have the exclusive power to initiate all cases of impeachment? So, sino nga ba yung may exclusive power to initiate impeachment? A. Speaker of the House. B. Blue Ribbon Committee. C. House of Representatives. D. Senate. Who shall, again, question number 19, who shall have the power to initiate all cases of impeachment? A. The Speaker of the House. B. Blue Ribbon Committee. C. House of Representatives. D. Senate. Question number 20. Who shall head the cabinet under the 1987 Constitution? A. Speaker. B. Deputy Prime Minister. C. Prime Minister. D. President. Again, who shall head the cabinet under 1987 Constitution? A. Speaker. B. Deputy Prime Minister. C. Prime Minister. D. President. Question number 21. The liberty of changing the same may be impaired only upon order of the blank. A. Senate. B. President. C. Mayor. D. Court. Question number 21 again. The liberty of abode and of changing the same may be impaired only upon order of the blank. A. President. B. A. Senate. B. President. C. Mayor. D. Court. Question number 22. What is the form of our government? A. Socialistic. B. Confederate. C. Presidential. D. None of the above. Again, question number 22. What is the form of our government? A. Socialistic. B. Confederate. C. Presidential. D. None of the above. Question number 23. It is the power of the state to impose charge or burden to persons and properties and property rights for the purpose of raising revenues to protect the people and extend public projects and services. A. Power of taxation. B. Power to impeach. C. Power of eminent domain. D. Police power. Question number 23. It is the power of the state to impose charge or burden to persons and properties and property rights for the purpose of raising revenues to protect the people and extend public projects and services. So, ano nga itong mga power of the state na kung saan yung purpose nila is to raise the revenues and to protect the people and of course to extend the public projects and services. Is it A. Power of taxation, B. Power to impeach, C. Power of eminent domain, D. Police power. Question number 24. It is the power of the electorate to approve or reject a legislation through an election called for the purpose. A. Initiative. B. Referendum. C. Plebiscite. D. Petition. It is the power of the electorate to approve or reject a legislation through an election called for the purpose. A. Initiative. B. Referendum. C. Plebiscite. D. Petition. Question number 25. The penalty to be imposed upon any person who, unless authorized by the law, shall sell, administer, deliver, give away to another, distribute, dispatch and transit or transport any prohibited drugs or shall act as a broker in any such transaction as A. Imprisonment ranging from 1 day to 1 year only. B. Imprisonment ranging from 1 year to 10 years and a fine ranging from 3,000 to 10,000 pesos. C. Imprisonment ranging from 5 years to 10 years and a fine ranging from 5,000 to 10,000 pesos. And thirdly, imprisonment ranging from 12 years and 1 day to 20 years and a fine ranging to 12,000 to 20,000 pesos. So, sandon. So again, question number 25. The penalty to be imposed upon any people who, unless authorized by law, shall sell, administer, deliver, give away to another, distribute, dispatch, and transit or transport any prohibited drugs or shall act as a broker in any transaction is A. Imprisonment ranging from 1 day to 1 year. B. Imprisonment ranging from 1 year to 10 years and a fine ranging from 3,000 to 10,000 pesos. C. Imprisonment ranging from 5 years to 10 years and a fine ranging from 5,000 to 10,000 pesos. And D. Imprisonment ranging from 12 years and 1 day to 20 years and a fine ranging from 12,000 to 20,000 pesos. Question number 26. What are the three main branches of the government of the Philippines? A. Legislative, Executive, Judicial. B. Presidential, Unicameral, Parliamentary, Bicameral, Parliamentary. C. Senate, Supreme Court, Congress. D. The Legislature, the Senate, the Supreme Court. Again, what is the three main branches of the government of the Philippines? So ano yung tatlong pinakasangay ng ating gobyerno, ng ating pamahalaan? So is it A, legislative, executive, judicial? B, is it presidential, unicameral, parliamentary, bicameral, parliamentary? C, Senate, Supreme Court, Congress, the legislature, the Senate, and the Supreme Court. 27 refers to those non-dominant groups in our country which possess and which to preserve ethnic, religious, linguistic traditions markedly different from the rest. A, urban poor, B, population, C, indigenous cultural groups, D, religious group. So question number 27 refers to those non-dominant groups in our country which possesses and which to preserve ethnic, religious, and linguistic traditions markedly different from the rest. So ano nga yung kakaiba na nagpo-preserve ng mga ethnic, religious, and linguistic traditions? So is it urban poor, B, population, C, indigenous cultural groups, D, religious groups? Question number 28. One University expelled one of its students due to the latter refusal to sing during the flag ceremony. The authorities rejected the argument of the student that singing the national anthem is against their religious beliefs. Are the school authorities correct? A, no, because it violates freedom of religion of the student. B, no, because it violates right of the student to due process and equal protection of the law. C, no, because of the words of God are supreme over all the laws, rules, and regulation. B, yes, because the obligation of to the country is different from the obligation to God. Again, question number 28. One University expelled one of its students due to the latter refusal to sing during the flag's ceremony. The school authorities rejected the argument of the student that singing the national anthem is against students' religious beliefs. Are the school authorities correct? A, no, because it violates the freedom of religion of the students. B, no, because it violates the right of the students to the due process and equal protection of the law. And letter C, no, because the words of God are supreme over all the laws, rules, and regulation. D, yes, because the obligation to the country is different from the obligation to the God. Question number 29. Who shall appoint the members of the Supreme Court and judges of lower courts? A, Chief Justice. B, Prime Minister. C, none of the above. And letter D, President. Again, question number 29. Who shall appoint the members of the Supreme Court and judges of lower courts? A, Chief Justice. B, Prime Minister. C, none of the above. D, President. Question number 30. It is created under Article 9 of 1987 Constitution. It is mandated to adopt measures to promote moral, efficiency, integrity, responsiveness, progressiveness, and courtesy and the bureaucracy. A, Civil Service Commission. B, Commission on Audit. C, Commission on Higher Education. D, Commission on Election. That is again question number 30. It is created under the Article 9 of 1987 Constitution. It is mandated to adopt measures to promote moral, efficiency, integrity, responsiveness, progressiveness, and courtesy in the bureaucracy. A, Civil Service Commission. B, Commission on Audit. C, Commission on Higher Education. D, Commission on Election. Question number 31. The Congress, by a vote of both houses in joint session assembled, voting separately, shall have the sole power to declare a state of war. A, minority. B, 3/4. C, 2/3. D, 1/2. The Congress, by a vote of both houses in joint session assembled during separately, shall have the sole power to declare the state of war. A, minority. B, 3/4. B, 2/3. D, 1/2. Question number 32. The right to just and favorable working conditions guarantees every Filipino worker a right to blank. A, limited opportunities for promotion. B, strict Stricter rules on break time. C. None of the above. D. Fair remuneration for equal work. The right to just and favorable working condition guarantees every Filipino worker a right to blank. A. Limited opportunities for promotion. B. Stricter rules on break time. C. None of this. D. Fair remuneration for equal work. Question number 33. Under the 1987 Constitution who is the head of the government? A. Chief Justice. B. President. C. Prime Minister. D. Speaker. Again, question number 33. Under the 1987 Constitution, who is the head of the government? So, sino nga po yung pinaka-head ng ating gobyerno, ng ating pamahalaan? A. Is it the Chief Justice? B. President. C. Prime Minister. D. Speaker. Question number 34. In order for the state to promote social justice to ensure the dignity, welfare, and security of all people, it has to blank. A. Regulate the disposition of private property. B. All of the above. C. Regulate the acquisition of private property. D. Equability, refuse property ownership and right. Again, question number 34. In order for the state to promote social justice to ensure the dignity, welfare, and security of all the people, it has to blank. A. Regulate the disposition of private property. B. All of the above. C. Regulate acquisition of private property. D. Equability, diffuse property ownership and right. Question number 35. It is the power of the state to take properties for the purpose of public use upon payment of just compensation. A. Power of eminent domain. B. Police power. C. Power to impeach. D. Power of taxation. Question number 35 again. It is the power of the state to take properties for the purpose of public use upon payment of just compensation. So, ano nga po yung power ng state? Kapangyarihan ng state na kunin yung isang property na property for the purpose na gagamitin siya sa public use. Pero may kaambang tamang kabayaran. Kung ano yung kabuang bili ng isang pagmamayari ng isang tao, binabayaran siya ng gobyerno. So, is it the power of eminent domain? B. Police power. C. Power to impeach. D. Power of taxation. Question number 36. The following are members of the Constitutional Commission except blank. A. Commission on Civil Rights. B. Civil Service Commission. C. Commission on Audit. D. Commission on Election. Again, question number 36. The following are members of the Constitutional Commission except blank. A. Commission on Human Rights. B. Civil Service Commission. C. Commission on Audit. And D. Commission on Election. 37. It is the state that no person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor any person be denied the equal protection of the laws. Again, question number 37. It states that no person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor any person shall be denied the equal protection of the laws. A. Court Order. B. Bill of Rights. C. Republic Act. D. Article 4. Question number 38. The Commander-in-Chief of all the Armed Forces of the Philippines is T. Blank. A. President. B. Secretary of National Defense. C. PNP Chief. D. Chief of Staff. Again, question number 38. The Commander-in-Chief of all the Armed Forces of the Philippines is the blank. A. President. B. Secretary of National Defense. C. PNP Chief. D. Chief of Staff. Question number 39. Last but not the least. The composition of the Commission on Election is blank. A. Chairman and 2 commissioners. B. Chairman and 6 commissioners. C. Chairman and 5 commissioners. D. Chairman and 3 commissioners. Again, question number 39. The composition of the Commission on Election is blank. So, ilan nga po yung Commission on Election, yung mga during election sila yung mga sila yung nagiging nagfa-facilitate. So, compose nga ba sila ng ilang chairman at ilang commissioners? Is it A chairman and 2 commissioners, B chairman and 6 commissioners, C chairman and 5 commissioners, D chairman and 3 commissioners? Again, yun yung question number 39. The last number. So, question number 40. The 3 inherent powers of the states are the following except 1. So, is it A, power to impeach, B, police power, C, power of eminent domain, D, power of taxation? Again, the 3 inherent powers of the states are the following except 1. A, power to impeach, B, police power, C, power of eminent domain, D, power of taxation. So that's all for the Philippine Constitution. So kung napansin niyo po, yung items or yung questions were all about the Constitution of the Philippines. Under po yan ang general information. Next po nating vlog, educational vlog, is all about general information pa rin po. Letter B na po tayo sa susunod, which is Philippine history. Pag-uusapan naman po natin kung ano yung patungkol sa history ng Pilipinas. Uungkatin natin yung mga nakalipas na, yung mga dapat kinakalimutan na, pero bakit inaalala pa. So, kung gusto niyo pong malaman yung answers or critical corrections of the question for Philippine Constitution, free to drop your messages, but don't forget to subscribe in my channel para sa mga bagong videos and updates, and click the bell button. Thank you.